I met a gypsy.
What is keeping you busy on a day-to-day, like, business-wise? Are you guys still just not doing the podcast anymore?
No podcast. But so my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my partner's got 3 businesses, which obviously I'm involved in to a degree.
Yeah.
And we've got a kid, and there's something else that I've been working on for a while now that I can't really talk about, but I'll get back on here again one day, hopefully, and we can talk about it. But it's all just naturally followed, literally just living an authentic lifestyle, and it's just started, like, things arise and you just run with it. I don't know.
What's the, I guess, like, the tag kind of influencer? Because, like, is that what you'd feel like you'd fall under, or like, because it's funny, that term seems like so loaded to people.
Yeah,
it seems like a term that people don't want to wear proudly.
Yeah, but also I'm not going to shy away from it. I feel like having influence is a good thing as long as you're influencing people to do the right things, and I feel like I do. So I'm pretty proud to influence, you know what I mean? I feel like I put out a pretty good message. People can take it. They don't want to take it. They don't have to follow me, but I feel like the shit that I put out, I'm pretty happy with and proud of, and if it influences people, I feel like I'm influencing them to at least do semi the right thing, and if it helps 1 or 2 people, then I'll fall under that category for sure.
And so you are then one of the rare people that don't see it as, I guess, like a negative term, because I feel like it's just become a negative
I would
term.
never put it this way. I would never go, hey mate, I'm Mitch and I'm an influencer. You know what I mean? I never. Someone says, what's your job title? I don't go, I'm an influencer. But, like, I understand that if you were to call a spade, well, I'm a spade.
Yeah, fair enough. But why do you think it's got, like, that negative connotation then? Or, like, because some people just not so much dudes, but chicks especially, like, you're a fucking you're an influencer. Like, that's what your job is, to get, you know, products, and then you put it on your Instagram, you make a post about it, and that's the description. It's like, I feel like if you've chosen to do it, then you shouldn't be, like, self-deprecating about the label, you know, because like every chick that I know that, like, is, if you call a spade an influencer, they're so self-deprecating, like, oh, influencer, you know what I mean? They want to talk down. It's like, well, fuck if you're doing it. Like, at what point do you own it and, like, say exactly what you just said? Once again,
it's one of those things that's been given a label, and then all of a sudden all of these negative connotations have been attached to it. Now everyone's scared of the label, but at the end of the day, it's just a fucking label. So, like, who cares? I'm not going to get hung up about a job title or a label, you know what I mean? Like, call me a fucking influencer, call me a fucking an idiot, call me a motivator, call me a runner, call me a boxer. I don't care. Like, I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah, that's probably the move. But it just doesn't seem like that's the way that people are kind of. I guess, like, most people look at it.
And sadly, I feel like I'm not here to talk up or to shit on influencers or anything like that. But, like, I feel like a lot of, say, influencers would have been given those bad connotations, because I feel like people just see what they do and they're like, fuck, their life is too easy, and I wish I had this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like they live so easy. So
I hadn't thought of it like that.
And it's like, fuck you fucking influencer. You know what I mean? Like, which, once again, like,
yeah, it's a hard one too, because, like, if you're a fucking super hot chick, it's like path of least resistance.
It's like you're gonna get, like, followers, and people are gonna follow you, and, like, you're gonna become an influencer probably. You know what I mean? You're going to have influence because you're going to have people that follow you in critical mass. When you put out a message, you can influence those people to do things, to buy things, to say things. Like, simple as that.
Yeah. Fuck, it is weird, eh? It's weird when, like, because you're super fucking, like, and I'm talking about chicks in this sense, like, because you're super hot, like, that's the path. Like, that's the funnel. Like, you kind of just, you gravitate towards that because there's a lot of money to be made. You can, and it, like, can fucking get you good shit. It makes your life a lot easier, you know?
100%.
So it's sort of, it makes sense
that's why it's like, I'll wear the title, I won't wear the title, whatever. You can, you know what I mean? Label me with it. I'll label myself with it. Whatever. I don't.
Yeah. There's definitely some, like, you got to have respect for people that have made, like, gnarly money and, like, big businesses out of it, dude. Like, I look at, like, Tammy Hembrow and just be like,
Amazing.
Go you.
Amazing.
Go girl. Like,
amazing.
Absolutely, you've figured it out. Like,
bro, there's 20 million people in Australia. She's got 11 million followers. Like,
half of the fucking...
She comes from the Gold Coast, bro. Like, fucking, if you can't tip your hat to that, then you're fucking jealous. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't look at that and go, like, that's amazing. You got, like, what she, like, her app. So, Tammy Hembrow Fitness. She's got Saskia Collection, her activewear label. Like, her deals with, like, Good American, I think it is, or something like that. What is it, Khloe Kardashian thing? Like, they're big scale shit, you know what I mean? She's doing big fucking things. If people still want to slap the term influencer on her and label her that, then fuck, that's on you.
Yeah,
that's on you, because she's a fucking businesswoman. She's created an empire now, you know what I mean? That's not an influencer.
Yeah, I was going to say, at some point, if you're the chick or the dude that's like down on that label of like being an influencer, okay, here's what you do. You become a multi-fucking millionaire like Tammy Hembrow, and then all of a sudden you go from being an influencer to just a bad bitch.
Yeah.
Like, that's the fucking label that let's outgrow this. Maybe influencer is the apprentice label. You know what I mean?
Influencer. From influencer to business owner, do you reckon that's the transition that people will go for?
Well, I mean, that's like the one that, Tammy Hembrow, Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Like, there's people that have made like really legitimate businesses out of being an influencer. So you look at it, it's like...
But we'll tell you why that's a smart model too, is because then you're all of a sudden, you're not relying on your popularity. Because say, for instance, you fall off, in terms of what's hot and what's not in 5 years' time. You're not hot as an influencer anymore. Well, guess what? You're a brand owner. So what do? You use your marketing budget to pay the new influencers to influence your brand, and you're still creating and still following on. Whereas if you don't turn that into anything, you're relying on whether you're hot or you're not, and you become not, you've got no fallback.
Yeah, and if you get stuck on that whole label and you never really... Because I feel like... in my own experience, right? So there's a point where doing this podcast where I'm telling people like, oh yeah, I got a podcast. Oh, you do that full time? Yeah, I do that full time. Oh, that's cool. And every time you tell somebody like, oh yeah, I'm doing this podcast, you feel it.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting back from them. And it's just like, you got to wear that feeling for a really long fucking time. And somewhere, I don't know exactly when, it just changed. And I was just like, yeah, this is what I do, man, blah, blah, blah. And I don't give a fuck what people think about it.
Because it's authentic to you. You're doing what you love. You fucking love every one of your days. Whether they think that you're a podcaster or whatever they want to call you, you don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what your day looks like. You're fucking having a good day. You get to have good conversations. You're reaching... Your message is getting shared. You're hitting the millions of people. Like, you're doing you. Like, at the end of the day, what their interpretation of is on a handshake when they introduce yourself, you're not going to lose sleep over it.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.